Quiz time! In this video, iti-check natin if you have fully understood the first 3 lessons in general mathematics, which are all about the 4 compensation methods and yung computations about it. So check them all out on my YouTube channel if you haven't watched them yet. You can use it to review for your quizzes, summative tests, or termly exam. This is the whole framework of our quizzes. In each item, I will give you 3 seconds to answer. You may pause the video if you need more time. And as I reveal the answer, I will give you not just the answer, but also a short explanation for difficult items so that you can also use it as your own reviewer. Are you ready? Let's start with the first round. Number 1. Which payment methods are both classified as time-based? The answer is letter A, salary and wage. Number 2. What is the main difference between salary and wage? The answer is letter C. Salary usually pays you a fixed amount of money given monthly or bi-monthly, while wage pays you per hour you have worked. Number 3. How do you classify commission and piecework together? The answer is letter C, output-based payment. Number 4. What is the difference between commission and piecework? The answer is letter D. Commission pays you a percentage of sales, while piecework pays you based on the number of units you assemble. Number 5. Which is not true about salary? The answer is letter B. This system of payment is exclusively used for professional jobs. Now, if you may ask, di ba sabi mo nung first lesson, for professional jobs ang salary? Yes, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, sa professional jobs lang ginagamit ang salary-based payment. Kaya sinabi ko na, it is mostly used for professional jobs. The key word is mostly. And also, you should take note of the word exclusively. When we say something is exclusively for them, ibig sabihin doon ay para lang sa kanila yun, which is not necessarily true in terms of this context. Number 6. Which is true about commission? The answer is letter A. Commission-based payments can also include salary or wage. Hindi rin po letter C ang sagot kasi may ibang trabaho na nagbabayad ng pure commission lang. So, hindi siya always. Number 7. Which is not true about wage? The answer is letter B. It gives inflexibility in working schedule. Kapag sinabi nating inflexibility, hindi flexible yung schedule mo. Which is not true kasi, lalo na sa mga part-time jobs, pwedeng maging inconsistent yung schedule mo depende sa kung anong oras ka lang free. Number 8. Which worker is more likely to be given an overtime pay? The answer is letter D. Wendy is a wage-based worker who worked 9 hours today. Now, let's analyze each item. Sa letter A, freelance worker si Stel. So, ano ibig sabihin ng freelance? Kapag freelancer ka, free ka sa kung anong oras ka magtatrabaho. Pwedeng 2 hours a day or 10 hours a day. Depende na yan sa'yo. Kaya hindi sila mostly entitled sa overtime pay kasi hawak nila ang kanilang schedule. Sa letter B naman, 8 hours siya nagtatrabaho a day consistently. So that is the standard working schedule. Kaya hindi siya necessarily entitled sa overtime pay. Now, you may confuse between C and D kasi pareho silang wage earner, di ba? Pero si Wendy sa letter D, nakaspecify kung ilang oras siya nagtrabaho. That is 9 hours, which is higher than the standard 8-hour schedule. So, the answer is letter D. How many scores have you gotten so far? And if you had any mistake, what have you learned about so far that gave you a little insight about any possible misconception? Let me know in the comment section. Now, here comes the second round. Number 1. Salary usually pays you a blank amount of money given monthly or bi-monthly. The answer is fixed or consistent, or kahit anong synonym ng fixed and consistent. Number 2. One good thing about salary is it gives you a blank working schedule. The answer is consistent or fixed, or any synonym ng consistent and fixed. Number 3. One example of being paid with wage is having a blank rate of 95 pesos. The answer is hourly. Pwede mo namang sabihin daily rate, pero maganda naman na ang sagot natin is hourly. Number 4. A real estate agent who earned 800,000 pesos for 40 million pesos property has a blank % commission. The answer is 2%. Paano natin na-solve ang 2%? So, kung nasagot mo siya, you have 2 points for this item. Kung hindi mo man nasagot, then okay lang because may 1 point ka pa rin. I haven't given an example problem specifically for this, so I will show you the computation right now. Let us see it as what % of 40 million is 800,000. So, since we are talking about percentage, we are going to use the percentage formula. All we need to do is i-divide ang 800,000 sa 40 million. The answer is 0.02. Now, let's multiply it to 100% para makagawa tayo ng percentage. And the answer is 2%. So, ang sagot is 2% ang commission ng real estate agent. In other words, 800,000 is 2% of 40 million. Number 5. Among all of the 4 compensation methods, blank most likely to include overtime pay. Out of 4 compensation methods, dalawa lang naman yung time-based, diba? Which is salary and wage. And yung wage ang most likely to include overtime pay. Number 6. A piecework-based earner who earned 400 pesos for 80 well pen assembled earns blank pesos per item. All we need to do is divide ang 400 sa 80. And then you will get the 5 pesos. So, the answer is 5 pesos. Number 7. The standard working schedule is blank hours a day. The answer is 8 hours a day. Actually, yung item number 4 that I gave you 2 points for answering it, yung extra 1 point, extra credit lang yun para sa mga nakasagot. So, 15 pa rin yung total score. So, kung nasagot mo yung lahat, 16 over 15 yung score mo. Pero kapag hindi mo nasagot ang number 4 pero nasagot mo the rest of the problem, 15 over 15 ka pa rin. Now, let us move on to our last round. Number 1. Suno works as a real estate agent. He receives a base salary of 240,000 pesos per year plus a 2% commission on his annual sales. This month, he sold properties worth 8 million pesos. How much is his total earnings for the month? First, let us identify kung anong klaseng compensation method ito. So, alam natin kung anong formula ang gagamitin. Meron siyang annual salary of 240,000 pesos per year plus 2% commission. So, this is a commission with base salary. Now, what we're going to do is we identify his monthly salary and his total commission for the month. Kasi total monthly earnings ang hinahanap. Let us focus muna sa salary. It is stated that he receives a base salary of 240,000 pesos per year. So, i-convert natin siya into monthly salary. Since there are 12 months in a year, 240,000 divided by 12 pesos is 20,000 pesos. Kapag nagawa mo to, plus 2 points ka. Now, iset aside lang natin yan and focus tayo sa commission niya. He sold 8 million pesos worth of properties and 2% ang kanyang commission. So, we just need to multiply 2% sa 8 million. Ang 2% ay pwedeng maging 0.02, so the answer is 160,000 pesos. Kapag na-compute mo ito, plus 2 points ka ulit. Now, the final thing that is needed to do is i-add ang monthly salary niya sa earnings niya from commission this month. And the answer is 180,000 pesos. Therefore, Suno's total earnings for the month is 180,000 pesos. Ngayon, kapag nakuha mo ang final answer, meron kang additional 1 point. So, ang total is 5 points in this item. Number 2. Hee Sung works in a factory. He earns 100 pesos per hour and works 8 hours per day. 5 days a week, and 4 weeks in a month. In addition, he receives 15 pesos for every toy he assembles. During the month, he assembled 400 toys. How much is Heesung's earnings for the month, including both his wage and piecework earnings? This is an example of wage-based plus piecework compensation method, meaning nakaka-earn siya ng pera from both his wage and piecework rate. So, hanapin muna natin ang total earnings na nakuha niya from his wage and yung piecework earnings. As you can see, it is stated that his wage is 100 pesos per hour at nagtatrabaho siya 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and 4 weeks in a month. Alam ko na medyo na-overwhelm kayo sa dami ng information, but the only thing needed to do is i-multiply lang ang lahat ng working time niya, which are 8 times 5 times 4 is equal to 160. So ito yung total hours na tinrabaho niya for the month. Now, i-multiply naman natin ang 160 hours na tinrabaho niya sa 100 pesos per hour na hourly rate niya. The answer is 16,000 pesos. So ito yung total earnings niya from his wage. If na-compute mo ito, plus 2 points ka. Now, let's compute his total piecework earnings. Nababayaran siya ng 15 pesos kada isang laruan na na-assemble niya. And 400 toys ang na-assemble niya this month. So, i-multiply lang natin sila. 400 times 15 pesos is 6,000 pesos. If na-compute mo ito, plus 2 points ka ulit. Now, let's add the 6,000 peso piecework earnings to 16,000 peso earnings from his wage. The answer is 22,000 pesos. If nasagot mo rin ito, you have an additional 1 point. So, in total, meron kang 5 points from this item. Number 3. What is Hans' hourly rate if he earned 2,970 pesos for the week after working 6 hours on Monday and Tuesday and 7 hours on Wednesday until Friday? Ngayon, baliktad naman ang problem. Yung hourly rate naman ang hinahanap at hindi ang total earnings. So, let us analyze this. 2,970 pesos ang na-earn niya for this week and 6 hours yung natrabaho niya on Monday on Tuesday. So, that is 2 days of 6-hour working. 2 times 6 hours is equal to 12 hours. So, sa Monday and Tuesday, 12 hours yung natrabaho niya in total. And then sa Wednesday until Friday naman, 7 hours yung tinrabaho niya. So that is 3 days. 7 times 3 is equal to 21 hours. Ngayon, i-add na natin ang 12 hours na tinrabaho niya on Monday and Tuesday sa 21 hours na tinrabaho niya from Wednesday to Friday. So, his total working hours for the week is 33 hours. Now, i-divide natin ang 2,970 pesos total weekly earning niya sa 33 hours na tinrabaho niya this week. So, the answer is 90 pesos per hour. If na-compute mo na ang lahat, 5 points na yan in total. So, ibig sabihin, 15 points in total ang third round. Combining the first up to third round, 30 points ang total. Let me know in the comment section how much ang total score mo for this quiz. Do not get pressured kapag marami kang mali because as long as marami kang natutunan or nakuhang new information from this, it's already equivalent to perfecting the score. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned a lot in this long quiz. The 5th lesson will be posted on Thursday, so stay tuned for that.